Welcome back, everyone, to the Lost Steps of Phandelver. Hope you all had a wonderful week. Fantastic week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The usual levels of excitement.
These are levels of excitement.
Everyone calm down.
We'll get there one day.
Perfect.
I
Well,
woke up today. It's been crazy.
perfect. All right. Last time, we found ourselves beyond the chasm, beyond the wall, beyond the Hall of Bugs, we'll call it. And we found ourselves in a series of caves, a network of tunnels attached to chambers. And we find ourselves kind of in a small little alcove here, where D1, or rather Rummy, was investigating a corpse along with some loot in the form of a large sack and a backpack. And as Rummy kind of investigated, scuffling around through the loot, he heard a couple of small noises from behind him as the rock kind of fell from above. And as Rummy made his way out of the small chamber, squeezing quite low to the ground to try and get through the small opening, everything went dark to D1 as Rummy was ultimately executed, damaged, destroyed. He got
Murdered.
There you go. Perfect. And now D1 goes to investigate and finds a very large roper waiting for him as a fight breaks out. All of the party members kind of rush in to try and assist D1. And as Oliva and some Valorachu manage to stay out to try and keep watch. And that is where we're going to come back to rather tonight. Okay.
I'm sorry to say, I don't think the lack of your little movement packets improved the audio.
Oh, is it still glitching out?
For me, yeah, it's popping in and out over and over.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I wonder
sound any different for me.
I wonder if it's just that track. Do you hear the battle music?
Yeah, I hear it. It's just every 10 seconds or so, it'll stop and go silent for maybe a second or 2 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was doing on the recording. Damn it. I wonder what's going on with Roll20. This just started like last couple of weeks.
Ronan just said it's not doing it for him though.
Yeah.
That's making me scratch my head.
Yeah, dude. I wonder if it's something to do with the internal memory usage. Because like I said, it only started when I started to use these animated overlays that they sell on their website. So I don't know why. I don't know. I have to figure it out. I'm sorry, guys. If it continues, I'll ask you again by the end of the session. And then if it continues, I'll just go through all the maps that I put it on and take them off. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it's they're activated on the maps that you're also not seeing, maybe there's a memory thing going on there.
That sounds like rocket science to me, so I will believe whatever you want to say.
And you know what? I'm going to email Roll20 after the game and see if this is an existing thing that they already know about. And if it's not, So anyway, all right. Hooray! But I mean, is the overlay working? Like, do you see? You should see right to the south of the pond there, around you, Oliva, right to that little body of water where the Valorachu is. There should be a little bit of mist there. Do you see it moving around?
I do not, and I have not been seeing that the entire time I've been here before.
Yeah, I don't think I see his mist. The music sounds okay, but
Oh,
You
hold
should
on.
see.
Hold on. Yeah, I see it now. I swear to
Okay.
God, 2 seconds
It
ago.
comes and goes.
oh,
I see
okay,
it now.
yeah, I see it now.
Yeah,
Yes.
it comes and goes. You have to kind of, you'll notice it here and there, like just randomly. Okay.
Yeah, it's a cool effect.
Nice. I'm just worried that that's what's going on here. We'll have to see. I don't know. Map. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. We'll go ahead and get back to it here.
No big deal.
So as it is, I don't know why the border is white now. Give me one moment. All kinds of stuff's going on. There we go. All right. We are at the top of the round of combat here. We're gonna go ahead and start with the Roper, followed by Aliva and then Brandy. Ronan, you are still grappled. Brandy, you are stealthed, kind of hiding behind Ronan at the moment. Let me do this. All right, Ronan. As far as I understand it, you're still really close to the Roper. So
Yep.
he's going to go ahead and take a bite at you. Try and get a vulnerable spot here.
Oh, I've got plenty of those.
That's a 21 to hit.
Oh, that hits all day.
Oh man. All right, let me see here. This is that is 19 piercing damage, Ronan, as the piercer pierces in to the fleshy kind of area, like right near your sternum, like kind of to the right of your stomach. You feel the jagged, the teeth, the crooked teeth kind of pierce in, as you can feel like some of them are kind of duller than others. It's very incredibly painful as you kind of let out a scream. That's 19 points, Ronan. Yeah. All right. As soon as this happens, the Roper lets out another tentacle at D1 in D1's direction. That's 22 to hit.
Meets beats. Yeah, and I'll actually take the hit this time.
All right. So it grapples you, D1, and begins to pull you. Here. You are now grappled. As the tendril kind of wraps around your stomach and begins to kind of pull you slowly towards it.
Okay. So if that's a hit, he takes 15 points of cold
well,
damage.
it's not. So it is a hit, but it's not an attack. It's a grapple, so it doesn't count as a hit. I actually looked this up.
Oh, did you look it up? Okay.
Yeah, because of your
Armor,
Agus. Yeah, I think this is one of the only occasions is when there's an attack. Because so in order for that to be activated, from my understanding, it has to be an attack. So it has to actually say attack in the attack. So like for instance, grasping tendrils, which is what this isn't actually an attack. It's more of like a restraining action. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's kind of dumb, but
No, it makes sense.
let me see here. Tendril. You know what? We're just gonna do it anyway because I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, I should have looked it up this week. I forgot to look it up.
It's all right. I'm just gonna roll it anyway. So
If a creature hits you with a melee attack.
yeah, but this is
Yeah, it depends on if that counts as a melee attack or not, I guess.
it does well when it hits you. It
Yeah, I
doesn't
should
deal
have
damage.
looked it up. 'Cause I didn't. I forgot.
Yeah, it does. Well, it doesn't deal damage when it hits you. It just grapples you. Is the only thing.
Yeah.
But according to, sorry, I'm looking around here. According to the monster manual, Tendril, the ability Tendril, is a melee weapon attack. So according to the book, I'm looking at the book right
it
now.
would proc it then.
It would proc it. So we're going to go ahead and proc it for you because it's not fair not to. So go ahead and how does it work? Is it just flat
It's automatic
damage?
15, yeah.
Wow, 15 damage is a good,
Yeah.
nice chunk of damage. All right, let me. So when it takes the damage, D1, what does it look like? Do you know? Like, can you describe it?
Let me link the spell again.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't remember this.
So, protective magical
magic
force
force.
surrounds you. A spectral frost covers you and your gear. Your hit-
Oh, 5 temporary hit points as well.
Yeah, I upcast it to level 3 though, which is why it's 15.
One action, level 3. Oh, okay. Melee.
So it takes
damage.
5 points of cold damage when it hits my frost
Okay.
shield. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, nice. Let me just make sure. I'm sorry, I'm taking forever here. It doesn't have any resistances. So yeah, 15 damage. As the tendril wraps around you, there's like this sound that you hear. It's like crackling. It's like a crackling sound as the ice itself begins to kind of emanate out from D1, the core of D1, and into the tendril as the tendril kind of takes the damage. As the tendril takes the damage, actually, it just falls right off and onto the ground, D1, because you've dealt more damage to it than it has life. So, the tendril just falls off of you. Yeah.
Nice.
So it has no effect on you. I believe I have two more things here. God, you know what? It's gonna reach through and try and grab Grumback, because why not? This will be funny if it hits. And it does not. The first one doesn't. The second one, I'm gonna try and hit him again. And the second one does hit. So the second one does not hit. I'm mistaken. Okay. So that concludes his turn. Unfortunately, in the moment here, in the stirring, D1, from above you, you hear an odd sound as there's like a crackling kind of sound, like the roof or rocks above are giving way. But it's kind of a different sound than what you would imagine it to be. And as it happens, let me do this, and that is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. As soon as this happens, D1, from above you, crashes down on top of you, another creature. It's a little smaller than the Roper, but it has some kind of long, hard, kind of pointy appendage kind of at its tail. You would know these creatures, D1, from your explorations as being called a piercer. And apparently they fall off of cave ceilings and try and ambush prey that's already kind of preoccupied, we'll say. You would just know that from your journeys and stuff, from your travels. I would say probably you know that, and you're probably the only one who knows that besides Grumback. So it's going to hit you, and it's going to deal just 3 piercing damage to you.
Okay, so he takes 15 damage too.
Yeah, and he dies.
He died. 50. He only had 15
no,
hit points.
Doesn't. No, he doesn't die. Sorry, but he gets really fucked up.
Nice.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so he takes 15 hit points immediately. The frost kind of envelops it, and you see it kind of wiggle on the ground a bit. It doesn't seem quite dead, but it seems pretty hurt. All right, as soon as this happens, another one falls from the sky, in your direction, D1. Sorry, I hate to do this, but
All good.
another one falls in your direction and tries to also hit you. I have to do this because I wouldn't know, right?
Yeah.
And that one also it's a 23 to hit.
23 hits, yeah.
Okay, and that deals 4 points of piercing damage. As it also takes 15 points of damage. And it is very hurt. Right, same thing. As soon as it hits you, there's like a crackling sound that can be heard by your party and you, as it kind of begins to crystallize and be covered in frost as it falls off of you and onto the ground. Okay, that concludes my turn. Aliva, you're up, followed by Brandy on deck. Aliva, roll a perception check for me. This 16. Very nice. This and that. All right. Aliva, you hear kind of this odd sound coming from the chamber. It sounds like rock falling, just little moments. It's not like an extended event, you know. It's not like a long thing. It's just very sudden, very quick. You just feel, you hear a couple of rocks falling, and then you can hear the reverberation from the other chamber as you kind of look around here. But you don't seem to see any immediate threats at all, Leva, in your area here. However, down lower in this cave here, there is some movement on the roof, on the ceiling of the cave.
Okay. You said like the noise. Yeah. You said the noise from behind me with the cave. I mean, does it sound like a couple of little crumbles, or does it sound like something just fell?
It sounds like a couple of things fell. Yeah.
I would kind of make a little angry sound and be like, do everything myself, and then would literally kind of grab Red by the shoulder and kind of shake them, and then motion toward Green and then down below where there's movement, and be like, watch that area, shout for me if anything happens, kind of give Blue the same look for the on the upper right, and then I would haul ass in after Grumbat until I actually probably hit Grumbat in the ass because he's stuck.
Yeah, it's true. Yep.
And I'd probably haul in there and grab him and just be like, move. Perfect.
And you see that he's attempting to kind of get back up and out of the area that he was in, having issues, we'll say.
Yeah, I just kind of shout past him, what the hell is happening in there?
Yeah, you can hear her. If anybody wants to respond.
Useless.
I'm not gonna say anything because I'm trying to hide.
I think Grumback's grappled still, isn't he?
He is. No, he's not.
They missed.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, he missed. Yep. So he's gonna when his turn comes up, he'll get up from being prone. I should have a symbol on him. I do not.
Sorry, I realized I'm not clicking my button. Since he's kind of stuck there, and he's undoubtedly a very heavy creature, can I use my locket around him, so to speak? Like.
Oh, you mean through? Yeah. So you can see. There's still like an area where you can see through, Aliva.
Yeah.
He's probably more here. Here, I should probably put him more here for you. There's like a little space there. That's probably where he is. So you could get to there if you wanted to and look through.
Yeah, but I can't step around. So can I literally use my locket over his shoulder, so to speak?
You can. Yep. I believe it's a cone, if I remember correctly.
Is. Yeah.
Yep. You sure can.
I think she might be able to move through him. Well, it's a tight space, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but you can move through
friendly
targets as difficult terrain.
Yeah. So it's a really, really little narrow space that you have to get through. But I mean, D1 was able to get through, but you have to kind of get down low, kind of like the bug hallway. You have to get down low, and
I mean, I could still, but I'm saying like with Grumback in the passageway, can I get past him?
You physically couldn't, but I feel like you could probably use your amulet through the passage.
Okay, so that's what I would do then, if I could.
Okay.
Where the friggin' button is. There's too many buttons in this
Awesome.
Page. It's too difficult for me.
Yeah, I think there should be a button for it, I believe.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
All right. So this is fantastic, actually. All right. Of all creatures.
And it needs to be known that while I'm using this locket, I am like digging elbows and knees into Grumback.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So, Aliva, as you begin to open the locket, there's a bit of light as soon as you break this, like you click kind of the latch, and you begin to swing the front of the door of the locket open. There's a glimmer of light around the seal, and as soon as you open the locket door, there's a beam of light that kind of shoots out in a straight motion, a straight kind of beam of light in front of you, and it hits this roper, this creature that you see here that has Ronan kind of in its mouth at the moment, taking a big bite out of it. And the beam hits it, and let me just make sure that I have the DC crop that 14. That is a con.
Now, does that catch Batuzi?
So it's all.
Or does that catch Ronan? Sorry.
So it's all creatures.
Yeah, if you notice, I snuckily moved my guy back to where he was. I moved him forward a bit so I could see the token, and then I'm like, nah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have left him where he was. He was fine.
It's fucking so good. Ronan, you can roll with. You do have to roll as well, con save, but you roll with advantage because you are currently in the mouth of the roper.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Likes
So
it
go
in
ahead
there.
My bad. Don't die.
Nice, 21 is definitely a save. So the roper is now going to roll. That is a fail on the roper. Is he the only one? 5, 10. Yeah, he's the only one. Oh, Grumback. But Grumback is also kind of in a. Okay, perfect. So the roper, Aliva, takes 2d6 plus 2, which is 9 radiant damage. And it's also blinded until its next turn. Well done. As the light kind of emanates in the kind of shines into the room here, everyone. Brandy, you too. You see this cavern for a moment completely lit up, and you see about 16 or 17 of these little creatures still attached to the ceiling for a moment. And I'm telling Brandy because she's very perceptive. In the moment here, as soon as kind of the light leaves, you get kind of the sinking feeling that this is gonna go badly pretty quickly if you don't figure this out. It's what I'm assuming. As Ronan kind of is still in the clutches of the jaw of this creature.
Do I take 4 or 5 since it's half?
Sorry?
Do I take 4 or 5 damage? It's half damage on a save.
Oh, half damage on a save, 4 rounded down.
Okay.
I'm looking now at all of my other abilities, and I'm going, maybe this is not the best choice.
That's okay. That's what makes it D&D.
It's adrenaline. It's spur of the moment. I panic.
Yes. It makes you make choices that sometimes don't always make the most sense, but make it more interesting.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And Ronan's managed to save, so that's really good.
He's not even dead. It's fine.
Yeah, he's not even dead. He's still kind of hanging on, I hope.
I'm looking at one of the spells I had opened up for this area, and I was like, oh yeah, I could have used that just then. Oh,
it's okay. It's okay. We'll swing back around. Yeah. So yeah, your locket is incredibly effective, and as you
blind is great.
Yeah, it's really good. You open it, and then you swing the door shut again, Aliva, and all of the light leaves the area. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Because your artifact counts on it as its own thing, so it doesn't. You still have your action and bonus action.
Oh, so I still could do something else.
Yep. That goes for everybody.
Then could I? This might work. Could I use? Oh, hold on, let me read something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Are ropers, and maybe I don't know this, are they intelligent in the sense that like they can understand us, or are they their own species as far as communication goes?
Roll a memory check. See if you remember or have ever found out. 6.
I know nothing.
You don't have a lot of experience with this particular kind of creature, Oliva. Or maybe you do, you just never really kind of learned about it. It's hard to say. I would say from your observant, from you standing here kind of looking through the little area that you can, you do see that it has a couple of people, or actually it doesn't. You wouldn't know that either. It has Ronan grappled and it has him in his mouth. It is using its tentacle to assist it, if that helps at all.
It does not. Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay. Is Ronan completely bound? Like, are his arms also trapped, or does he have some movement left to him?
Roll a perception check with disadvantage, just because it's really hard to see from where you're at. But let's see if you can see. Oh wow, you still roll high. That's amazing. His arms seem to be kind of in an awkward position. His left arm is kind of a little bit wrapped around his back, kind of curled underneath his back, almost like a chicken wing, but not quite. And his right arm is his right arm is kind of free. I would say, holding onto his glaive. Right, Ronan? I would say.
Yep.
Yeah. As he's kind of taking the brunt of the bite, and into his lower right stomach, abdomen area.
All right. I think I'm gonna make sure I can do this. I've done this before. If I can, I'm going to then cast aid. 1 second. Yeah, okay. I think that makes sense. Let me send it to you guys real quick.
Oh yeah, aid's a good spell.
In this particular circumstance. Maybe I should have done that first, but oh well.
Which one is it? Oh, aid. Let me see here. Range. Yeah, you can do that.
Sweet.
You can totally do that. 5, 10. Yeah, you can hit everyone in that room too.
3 people.
Yeah.
Sorry?
First
Oh,
choice,
3 people.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I didn't see that.
No, yeah, so I'd be.
Um,
I don't know that if I could see whether Brandy was injured, but based on Ronan and the whole bleeding out comment, I would just kind of aim for those 3.
each target's hit points maximum and current hit points increased by 5. That's
Yeah.
really strong, actually. For the
So
duration.
if you're at maximum hit points, don't change your maximum at the top, but just bump yourself up 5 in your current.
Yeah. Thank you, because you'll mess your sheet up.
Yeah. Here, let me just take a look at So because Brandy's at full,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just leave it how it is.
or just put this. It's gonna look weird that you're 79 out of 74, but you can do that.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so Oliva, as you begin to speak the words, the ancient words of the spell here, begin to wave your hands in such emotion, how does the spell look to your companions?
Great question.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, you did. I'm just imagining like some Scooby-Doo nonsense going on. Boy, what can we say about this? Having had 0 experience with this so far until this moment in my life. I'm going to say it feels like after a long, hard day when you're like, damn, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I feel like shit, and then you take a nice cold sip of an iced spiked lemonade.
Ooh.
And that's what it feels like.
Oh, that's perfect. That's what you all feel
Got it.
in the moment.
That little bit of
Badass.
warmth in your chest, but cold in your tongue, that feel.
There you go.
Yeah, and you
And
all
numbness.
look and numbness. You
For
all
the
look in,
pain.
yeah, for the pain. You look in the direction where the kind of the glimmery light comes from, and you see kind of Oliva just for a moment, like peeking through this little area of the wall here.
Creeping.
Perfect. Good. That's excellent. Is there anything else you'd like to do? You still have your bonus action and movement, I believe.
I don't even know, to be honest, what I can do with my bonus action that actually would not be detrimental to people. Because I don't think I can reach them with my actual weapon, correct? No.
Let me just see something really quick. I just want to see for myself. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I'm just curious if you have access to this. Let me just look quick. Oh.
Oh wait, no, I still have
Oh.
Ronan's little handy dandy wand, my little Sailor Moon wand.
You do?
I don't know.
I'm gonna use that thing.
I think
So
once
that's
you
an-
cast a spell as an action, you can't.
It's right. Yeah. So and
Alright.
yep. And I think you have your bonus action left. So is there anything else you can? I don't know if there's anything you can do with your bonus action. I was gonna suggest.
Can I
a
literally
spell,
take my dagger and literally throw it at the roper?
but- I don't believe so, since you cast a spell as your action. So
That's good. Alright.
D&D is weird. Yeah. So if you
Okay.
use your action to attack with melee, and you have a bonus melee action, you can do that. But if you don't use your first action to first attack,
makes sense.
you
Okay.
can't use your bonus action to it. It's weird, but it's a roll. Same thing
Alright.
with magic. It's magic applies the same.
Alright, damn. Alright, so I
I'm
guess
sorry.
not. My only other action to be
Yeah.
like, don't die!
Yeah, you could totally say that to them.
And
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay, perfect. Are you going to stay right where you're at?
Considering I can't get past the ground back, yeah, I'd probably plant another elbow in his neck out of irritation, and that's about it.
All right, perfect. Okay. All right, Oliva. Perfect. If that's your turn, Brandy, you are up, followed by D1 on deck. Brandy, you are currently very stealthed, not seen by anybody right now, but you see everything that's going on around you. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm vacillating between trying to help Ronan up and just not doing that and just beating the ass out of the rope.
It's pretty damaged from what you can tell,
Yeah, I mean,
and now blinded.
I think Brandy Winebottom would not miss this chance to beat the shit out of this thing. She would not
That's
stop
perfect.
to help her fellow man.
She's just gonna lay it in, huh?
She's gonna go. I'm gonna use this opportunity to deal maximum damage.
Oh, perfect.
She's gonna go in.
Yeah.
She gonna
Yeah,
beat his
totally.
ass.
Let's see what you got, Brandy. And you are totally hidden right now. You're behind Ronan, and Ronan is actually completely being focused on at the moment too. Anyway, so you got to slip right in pretty easily, Brandy. Oh, this is going to be massive.
And I roll with advantage because I'm stealth.
Yes, you absolutely can. I think that this calls for it. This situation calls for it. Oh,
there you go. Crit.
Get that boy.
Holy shit! God, all right.
All according to plan.
My God, Brandy. So Brandy,
Totally went a little easy on him.
Jesus,
Yeah,
Brandy,
so that's
you.
50,
It's insane. Yeah, it's
56, 57. Like 65?
it doesn't even
Is
matter.
that 65 points of damage?
It's 65 points. Is that what it is? I had 67.
8 plus 2 is 10.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
20,
65.
30, 40, 50, 65, yeah.
Yeah, 65. God damn, that's so much. All right, Brandy, as you roll in below where Ronan used to be. You know what? Fuck it. You describe it. Because you totally killed it. It's dead.
I feel
It's
like
dead.
this is so bad. I'm gonna jump on Ronan. Using a catapult myself to kill the roper.
You gonna do like a flip in the air, like in slow motion, like wow, wow, wow.
Nice.
I saw that
That's
he got
perfect.
healed, so I was like, he's fine. He'll give me a little boost up,
Yeah.
and then I'll take
Oh.
the roper out. Like right in one of
Brandy.
its big old eyeballs.
Oh, that's amazing. And you feel so invigorated too, as you look around at your companions here. You know what? This thing has lived for too long, Brandy. It's lived for too long, and you decide that it is now time to say goodnight, and you unsheath your rapier in this fluid motion, and you stab it right into the eye and into the soft material behind the eye, and you feel it give way. The roper just kind of instantly just kind of, you just see it kind of turn into a floppy mass as it just falls to the ground, absolutely dead, as it begins to kind of spill some kind of odd liquids and fluids out of it as you stand here. Well done. That was pretty damn amazing. I'm going to just assume that since combat is now over,
are the other little guys still alive, or are they dead?
They are, but they're not moving on the ground. They're kind of just wiggling. Yeah, and they don't seem to have legs. D1, from what you can tell, they're squirming a little bit. As a matter of fact, they're squirming 5 feet exactly.
Not a big threat though.
If the roper dead, I would haul ass back outside.
Yeah, and sounds
I would
good.
have Ronan up.
Okay, and Grumback gets out of the hole as well to kind of get out of the way. Perfect. Yeah, here. Let me take the roper out. You can still loot him though. As a matter of fact, Oliva, you know a little bit about ropers and about. They have a gizzard, and in this gizzard is stored things that, as you know, I can't remember who it was that. I think it was you that rolled that last time, or was it Brandy?
I think I actually still have something from the previous roper.
I don't think it was me.
Okay.
I'm wanting to say I have something, but I don't remember.
Do this. Perfect. Yeah. So you're all kind of in the like standing here in the area. Ronan, you are absolutely like you have puncture wounds now in your side, Ronan. You're bleeding. Currently,
I'm just like kind of squeezing blood into my mouth, trying to figure out why I taste so good to monsters.
Oh Jesus! It's pretty sweet blood, man. Pretty sweet monster blood. It's monster bait.
That human blood is irresistible.
Yeah. So what is to remain? What is to be done with the 2 piercers here that are squirming around on the floor, kind of oddly damaged?
I'll look at Ronan, and then the one on the back of me, I'm just gonna turn around and just like 2-foot stomp on it.
Perfect, and it squashes right into the ground, like into several pieces as it dies right underneath your boot.
And I look at Ronan and go, "Your boots look clean." Mess them up a bit.
Stomp the next one.
You got it. You stomp down onto it, Ronan, and it's the same. It's just gross. Well done. In the mass of the roper, which you see, I took it off the map because it's too big, but it's here, and it's gross. What would you like to do? I'll just give you the floor here.
Well, I'm gonna search around it for the wand and the amulet, and even his gemstone, and to see if I find anything, or if I have to cut it out of the monster.
Yeah, roll an investigation check, D1.
Okay.
Wait,
26.
26. Oh my god. Yeah, so not only do you see the wand, and it looks as though it very easily could have been stepped on or damaged by anyone moving around or anything like that, because it's on the ground. But oddly enough, D1, it's totally intact and seems to be fine, and it's just laying just here by the corner of the wall of the cave here, just perfectly fine. As far as the gem itself, you don't see the jewel anywhere that's Rummy's heart. You don't see it laying here. You do see the other contents of Rummy on the ground here. You can only assume that the rest of the contents is inside this monster.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start hacking them open.
Okay.
I'm not worried too much about the gem. It's 100 gold pieces though, so if I find it, I'll grab it. And then Mainly, now that I got the wand, mainly the amulet is what I'm looking for.
The amulet.
His spell storing stone.
Oh,
Or it's not I guess it's just a stone, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little stone. Perfect. So we're gonna let your 26 carry over here, the D1, and I would say you find the gizzard of the creature here. Not only do you find Rummy's little heart gem, but you find 37 pieces of gold in the gizzard. You find, here, let me make sure I have this right, 14 pieces of platinum.
Sorry, how much gold?
37 pieces of gold. 14 platinum pieces.
Okay.
You find 6 rubies. You find 1 diamond.
How many rocks has he been eating?
There's also
starving.
there's also an odd piece of metal in here as well, D1. It's an odd shaped piece of metal that doesn't seem to be anything that you recognize. It's about the size of your from if you were to extend your hand flat. It's about from the top of your finger to maybe halfway down to your palm.
Okay.
It's an oblong piece of metal. It's kind of curled over in certain parts on itself.
Okay, it's about 5 inches long.
Mm-hmm.
I'll grab it for now and just
Perfect. Okay.
not knowing what the hell it is.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, and that's the contents of the gizzard here, the creature. Everything else, from what you can tell, is just kind of a sludgy mess. There probably some organs in here, but you rolled high enough in your investigation. I'm not gonna be a jerk. Does anyone else want to do anything here in the moment, while we're playing with monster guts?
While that's going on, I am just going to like scoot back into a corner,
Yeah.
just kind of take a seat and huff and puff for a little while.
You got it, Ronan.
Catch your breath back.
Yeah.
And if I can get away with it, like without anybody seeing or noticing me do it, I'm gonna sack some hit points to get a spell slot.
All right. Yeah, absolutely you can. Half of your hit points.
Yep.
All right, Ronan. You feel for a moment as you kind of grip your glaive, and you focus intently on the very large gem that's in the glaive, kind of at the base of where the glaive kind of sits on the staff. You begin to squeeze on the staff, and you feel like your very life essence itself kind of being siphoned through your arm and into the staff, just enough. All right, you go ahead and have that slot, Ronan. Also, I need. We'll have D1 roll a 1d20 for me, please.
D20.
Mm-hmm. See what you get. An 8. And let me look at my thing. All right. Brandy, as everyone seems to be kind of doing their own thing here, and you're still very, very much keeping down low to the ground and looking around, is there anything that you want to do? And you keep in mind that you're the only one that knows that there are still creatures up on the ceiling.
That's right. I forgot that I was the only one that knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And the same creatures that were on the ground, right?
The piercers. Yeah, the little ones.
Those little creepy monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And just D1 in. Yeah, well, I think I would let the guys know that we definitely have more creepy crawlies above us. I don't think they're a big threat, but we don't want to take too much time in here.
No, we should grab that backpack Rummy was trying to carry and
Yeah.
GTFO.
Agreed.
All right, sounds good. Is that the plan then?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so you kind of make your way out of the little cave here.
Yeah,
and
so as I go
safely.
by, I'm going to pick up the
Yeah.
backpack.
Mhm.
I'm going to dump the gold, rubies, diamond, and piece of metal into the backpack.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go to Brandy and just say, let's just shove this in your bag of holding just so it's...
Yeah,
less
we'll add it
cumbersome.
in there.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
I'll shove the backpack into her bag of holding.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah, you got it. You can very easily place it in there. And you hear it kind of hit the ground in the chamber, the little chamber inside your bag there. Okay, you're all kind of out of the cavern here. Ronan, you're feeling really bad.
Feeling fucked up.
You're feeling pretty bad, yeah. In the moment here, as you kind of hobble through the kind of the entrance here, roll a wisdom check for me, please. Your mind seems to wander a bit, Ronan. You start to think about why you're here.
Doesn't wander
19.
far.
It doesn't wander far, evidently. You
Daydream, too much pain.
It's true. Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is. You begin to think about your journey this far and the people that you're with and why you're here. And you remember, like, this is a pretty important thing that you're in the middle of here. And to learn information is like the biggest thing, especially because you have a couple of items on you, Ronan, that you've acquired along the way here. As well as an item that you still, in your deep inside, like within your soul, you feel that amulet wherever it is, whoever has it, you just feel a connection to it, and all of you kind of feel like you need to get it back. But Ronan is kind of, it's like it might have answers, and that's all you can keep thinking of. But it doesn't overtake your thoughts. You continue to remain calm. In the moment here, and you use your anger and your frustration in other situations as kind of a motivating factor to you, Ronan, as you continue to kind of take a moment to, recuperate and discuss a plan with your companions here about what to do next. You succeeded, so there's nothing there.
Yay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
well done.
walk up to Ronan and cast lay on hands, actually,
Oh, for sure, Aliva, for sure.
with a very
Absolutely.
sheepish expression on my face, as I don't admit the fact that I accidentally hurt him with my locket.
Oh, yeah. Can you go ahead and click on that just so I can just get a nice little refresh? I'm pretty sure I remember what it does, but yeah, okay. Yep, healing pool. Long rest, total of hit points equal your paladin. Okay, so you get 5 plus. What is it? Her paladin level. Is there anything more to it? Oh, here, alternatively. Okay. Let's do this.
Plus the ring of Phandelver, so that my healing effect is amplified by 2.
So that should be 15 total, if I'm reading that right.
Hold on.
So it's, yep, because it's your paladin level plus 5 plus 2.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, so 15. So Ronan, you regain 15 hit points back as Aliva kind of walks up to you and places a hand on you, and you feel how powerful Aliva is in this moment, Ronan. This is like the first time really that you've ever really kind of gotten a glimpse into it. But as soon as she puts her hand on yours, you feel it. You feel the strength there that she has. She has a whole bunch of untapped potential that you can tell. But you feel rejuvenated a bit.
So I'll reach out and put my hand on her shoulder and give her a thankful nod. was just about to ask if you had anything for all of, and I just gestured to my beat face. This.
Well, you guys were really struggling back there, and then I might have accidentally possibly tapped you along with the roper, but
Yeah,
whatever.
All according to plan.
Sure.
Perfect.
I mean,
And then I would turn back to
casualties.
Green and be like, "Are you still paying attention?"
And you see him kind of looking around. He seems to be frozen in a spot. Like, not frozen, but he doesn't seem to be moving at all, except for just his head a little bit to the right and the left here. Aliba.
If he were a dog, he'd be a pointer. Jesus.
I just go back to frowning, which is what I do best.
So you see Blue kind of continue to move along a little bit. He moves a little bit further into the cave here, and then stops, kind of a little bit out of sight. But is there anything else? I'm just going to give you a moment here to kind of do whatever you'd like to before I continue. I'll give you a second.
We should probably rest.
Might be an idea.
Yeah.
I think it's getting a little late. We could try to set up that tent. That should hopefully keep us safe for the night.
Yeah, I'm okay with taking a fucking sleep. I don't want to do it right here, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of critters around. How safe is that enclosure that the boss gave us?
Are you asking me?
Or whoever.
Sure.
Whoever has an answer.
I mean, it's a tent, and I don't put a whole lot of
Yeah.
trust in its protective measures, I suppose.
There's a story character. It's probably way up high. I'm trying to look for
Yeah,
it.
I'm looking for the damn token I made for it. Damn it. I've been looking for like the past 5 minutes for the token.
I forgot about
It's
it.
got to be up here somewhere.
Yeah, so the tent itself from the outside appears as like a large boulder. And nobody, it's kind of
it is.
indistinguishable. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and I'm just going to continue to look for my token here, which I don't know where the hell I put it.
Yeah, ancient traveler here. I'll repost it temporarily here.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. That'll give me a couple more seconds here to...
I'll put it in general.
Oh, here it is. I found it. God damn. Player forms. Well, it was in the right spot, at least. Okay. Yep. So basically, what's going to happen here is if you're gonna use this, thank you. You're gonna roll a 1d4 for me when you use it. This is going to, like I said, this is going to appear as a large boulder to anyone on the outside. Yeah. It's safe. You just need a 10 foot square.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. I mean, I think we're good no matter what, as long as we're inside of the thing. We could probably set
6
it up
creatures.
anywhere. Yeah, 5, 6, which means 2 of the little monkeys might be up shit creek.
Mm-hmm.
We can take watch.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Probably not a bad idea.
If we have to pick favorites, I'm picking that one, and I point toward green.
There you go. Which one was the healer? We should keep the healer.
That one.
That's the healer. Gotcha.
So just to keep in mind, and I'm telling you this so that you don't ruin it. The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature, or more than 6.
Yeah. So red and blue a chew.
Mm-hmm. So Grummy is excluded from the tent.
Oh,
Grummy
Grummy
the
can't
large.
go.
Yeah, you can't go in.
Well, I would
Oh.
want him to go in for sure. I could always take a breather outside. I don't need a strong
I don't
rest.
think it's a number of bodies thing. I think it's he's
Yeah.
too big.
He's too
My
big, yeah. So
gosh.
it's 6 creatures total. So you can have 6 total, but he's considered large.
Tin is racist.
It's a racist tent.
That's right. It's true. Perfect. Is this what we're gonna do?
Yeah, I think so. I think we should.
Perfect.
rest
Okay.
up.
Yeah, where would you like to put the tent? You're gonna need 4 squares.
I almost want to suggest climbing back into that hole that we were just fighting in and set up in there.
Or 2 squares. Right.
We could, but there are a bunch of creatures all over the ceiling. I don't know. I mean, I think we're safe in there, but I don't know if we want them falling on our rock.
I just enclosed space with only one exit. I don't know.
I mean, we could just set it up like right in the middle here, anywhere.
That's what I was
Next
thinking.
to the bubbling water, give ourselves some ambient
Relaxing
sound.
ambiance.
Okay. Where at? I'm sorry. If you want to ping it for me.
Where do you guys think? Like anywhere around like this area, I guess.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Okay. Right there?
Ah, it looks okay.
Looks
All
good to me.
right. Perfect. Okay, who is going in the tent?
Me for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
D1, Ronan, Oliva, Brandy.
I'm gonna walk down the below green real quick and look around before I get in the tent.
All right. You got it. So Ronan is in the tent. So Oliva, you can go ahead and walk down to Green if you want to. Green seems to be just standing there, looking up at the cave ceiling. From what you can tell here, is anyone else going into the tent at the same time?
Do you want to look up at Grumback and say, looks like you and Blue Chew are hanging out outside. If you see anything or get in trouble, just I don't know, scream. We should probably hear you.
He looks at you and looks at the very large boulder standing here, and he watched Ronan kind of go into the boulder. You have strange magics. I will keep watch for as long as I can. Please do not leave me here long by myself.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna stay outside with Grumback.
Yeah, you'll be okay. Like I said, we're right here. So if you have any trouble, we can be out in it quick. And we'll call Blue back over to keep you company, so you'll have a monkey comrade with you.
Oh, that would be good. Perhaps we can build our own fire here.
I mean, you could. Just don't want to attract any more of those fucking ropers or fucking other fucking creatures.
Yeah, I think Brandy would take pity on Grumback, and Brandy doesn't really need to take a rest, so.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind staying outside the tent with Grumback, and we can split a watch.
Oh, there you go.
Brandy, roll a Constitution check for me.
Yeah, Miss Amulet.
What are you talking about? What is that again?
Gonna see how
She's
Brandy's
never heard of an
feeling.
amulet before.
Oh wow.
Got advantage on, and I still fucking
It's
suck.
okay. It's all right. Brandy, you say this like you tell Grumback like, oh, but then you think you like do a double take, and you remember how much your leg hurt from before, and it's not bothering you a lot, but it's it's a little itchy. And you're remembering like how nice it would feel on that feather bed that you like from before, and you just have the feeling, and I will let you do whatever you'd like to, but this is just for
Yes,
fun.
yes.
All right, perfect. The Roddy boy. Yeah. All right. So Brandy, you're staying out of the tent
Yeah.
with Grumback?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So we're gonna go ahead and put
Does
these guys up here.
Does Grumback look like he's been injured at all?
Roll a perception check. Good question.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do this before he moves.
17.
So he has a little cut, kind of on his right leg, D1, but it doesn't look too bad, from what you can tell.
I'm gonna use like my last first level spell slot
Okay.
to cast a cure wounds on him.
Oh, it's nice of you. All right.
Yeah.
So he kind of feels it for a moment and looks back at you, and then you see the kind of the invigoration kind of flow through him. He kind of, his expression changes a bit. He looks at, kind of gives you a nod and puts his fist on his chest and kind of bows his head at you. I thank you for that.
So you got 6
He
hit points
regains
back.
6 hit points. Thank you. It's good. I will keep watch. You will be safe through the night. Sleep well. He kind of like gets close to the thing here, to the rock side here. You can see him and the red Valorachu kind of begin to kind of have an odd dialogue between the two of them. It's like they're trying to communicate, but Grumback doesn't speak the language, so it's
Well,
kind of, it
now
just
that I
fizzles out
think
in the
about
background.
it, if Brandy's gonna hang out outside, I think we can bring all 3 of the monkeys in. Really.
Good, you could do whatever you'd like.
What do you guys? You guys want to bring these fucking little monkey fuckers in with us? I mean,
Fine with me.
technically, monkeys would fuck monkeys, which would make them monkey fuckers.
Oh God.
I mean, it's not
I did a
inaccurate.
heavy sigh.
I'm looking at you very distastefully.
Sure, why not invite all the monkey fuckers?
All right, perfect. So, green too. Aliva, you're standing here with green too. So if you wanna, you can go ahead and shoo him into the tent if you like.
Yeah, I'd hip check him back toward the tent.
Perfect. He goes, gets close to the tent here and looks for his companions and sees red. And blue kind of follows, and we'll go ahead and put all of them in. Do this. All right, 2 more slots. D1 and Aliva?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
knew I was gonna go in.
Perfect.
As long as I didn't see
Yes.
anything suspicious down there, then yeah.
All right, perfect. I need 1 person in the tent, and we'll just make it D1. D1, roll a 1d4 for me, please.
D4.
Yep. What'd you get? 3.
3.
Let me... It's been a while since we used the 10, hasn't it? Here we go.
Yeah, we had
I distinctly remember
Okay.
there being a dead guy in here.
That's right. Yeah, so you walk into the tent, D1. D1, Ronan, Aliva, and the Valora Chu here. You walk in and you see it's a little bit different than what you remember last time. As you open the door, it's pretty clean in here, actually. It's pretty lavish as well. There are silk kind of curtains and satin kind of hung all over the place here. You've got, excuse me, there's a map on a table here, seemingly of the entire area around you, above the ground at least. Doesn't seem to be any indicator on the map of where you are, but it does seem to be kind of a layout of the swamp. You can see the bayou there. There's a little bit of an island chain out just off the coast that you remember looking out and seeing. There's a couple of tables here as well in the room here. There's one that seems to have a meal spread out on the table itself, which you find interesting. It has all sorts of kind of matters of meal here. Sorry.
So, can we bring some up for Brandy and Grumback?
Give me 1 second. Yeah, you can move through it freely for the entire duration. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you wait.
Yeah. Alright, D1's gonna look at Ronan and Oliva and say, well, I don't really need any food, but, whatever share, you guys grab what you want, and I was gonna bring, some out for, Grumback and Brandy.
Good idea.
I'm just gonna limp my way to the room that I used last time. As I walk past the table, I imagine there's like, in my head, it's one of those chunks, just a big fucking chunk of meat with a bone sticking out.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it is. All right, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna grab like a nice big portion because I know Grumback's probably a big eater, and then I'll try to pick through for stuff that I think Brandy would like, and I'm gonna package it up and I'm gonna bring it out to them.
Oh, perfect. This is perfect.
So
Yeah.
nice.
See, yeah, you kind of pop out of the tent here, D1, and as soon as you do, it's kind of a very contrasting difference between the comfort of the inside of the tent and the cave around you. As you walk towards Brandy here and Grumback with your food, Brandy, you see the kind of the amount of food that's being brought. It's kind of insane at face value. Where did this food come from? It's hot, it's steamy, seasoned totally properly. Anything you can think of. Yeah. Do you I'll just go ahead and give you guys the floor here and let you.
I'm gonna say this was just in there.
Just
it
in
looks,
there.
It looks good.
It's a fancy ass rock.
It is.
We'd have a little picnic out here with Grumback.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a big eater, but figured you guys might want some of this.
Is there any wine to go with this?
Did I see
There
wine
was.
there?
Oh,
You
there
better-
Oh,
there
if I
was
seen
wine.
wine, then I
Yeah.
would have.
Well, you would have brought.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
would've brought it.
hand her a full bottle of wine that I had grabbed for her.
It's a nice leather skin, really, really nice leather skin, long strap on it, with a cork in it, Brandy.
Of course, there's wine.
Unfortunately, there's a little problem. As soon as you bring the food and the wine, you present it to Brandy, and it just begins to start to disappear in your hands.
Shit ass.
Motherfucker.
I'm so sorry.
Fun is
Well, Grumback, I don't know what I can do to help you out. Unfortunately,
I could run in there and have a sneak attack.
yeah,
I guess.
we could send Brandy in to eat, and I'll wait outside until she's done. And Grumback, you can have one of my fucking army rations.
I would love something to eat. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll
Poor
hand
man.
one of my rations from my backpack.
Perfect. All right, just so you know too, whenever the tent is activated, the 6 creatures that are activated with it are the 6 creatures that can pass through it.
Oh, so Brandy can't go in? 'Cause
So
he's
Brandy
already
cannot go
active
in right now. No, I'm sorry.
well, God,
We're learning
damn.
It's
all
really
things about
bad, I
this- this tendon.
We should have left a monkey outside if we had known.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I've got a bottle of wine here somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh, and you've got rations, Brandy.
Well, plus your flask has unlimited fine wine,
Yep.
doesn't it?
Yes,
Does.
yes.
Yep, she can get totally shit-faced as much as she wants.
There you go. And get Grumback shit face too.
It's true.
Yeah, I'd share a Grumback.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he like gladly takes it and takes a big old swig of it and looks down at you and takes a little bit more and hands it back to you. And, what is this? Odd. He kind of looks at it quick and, may I? Like looks at you for permission as he takes another big swig and just keeps drinking, drink, like takes it off of
He's
his mouth and looks at it
dehydrated.
again. Looks at you and, oh, this is This is fascinating. And he takes a little bit more.
Well,
You see him
careful, big guy.
drinking a little bit more, and he kind of hands it back to you, and he looks and, where did you find such a thing? And he's like absolutely amazed by your flask, Brand.
He really likes it.
He likes it.
He's a little starting to be a little tipsy from drinking all that great wine. And Brandy, you have the you can determine what's in the flask. So you
Right,
can determine
yes.
if it's like super strong wine that'll just kick
I
your
was
ass,
just
or if it's
thinking
super
that.
weak. Yeah, or like goat piss or whatever you want.
I'd keep it relatively mild.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, let me do this. Okay. What's the plan here? This is good that you guys did this so that you can see that you can't really bring things in and out. Do you remember when you were doing the spell before and you were trying to do the thing? So this is kind of like, this is good. This is like a good way to kind of show that, you know, whatever is in the tent has to stay and whatever's out stays out.
Yeah, I was just like, well, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah, it's a thought that counts. It's true. It looked like a fantastic ham, actually. You know, but
I think, all right, guys. I don't know what to tell you. You guys should be okay out here. Like I said, I'll be half awake. So if you guys yell, I'll hear you.
Yeah, we should have a fine time out here.
All right, I only
Perhaps I
have
should-
to sleep for like 6 hours too, or maybe not
maybe we
even.
should-
How long do I have?
6 hours, I think. I think is really all you need.
Yeah,
But-
I do less. So
That's right.
oh yeah, at least 6 hours in inactive
6 hours.
motionless state. Yeah.
I think it's when you're in a party. And I could be wrong, but I feel like I remember reading something about when you're in a party, it's usually 6 hours of straight sleep, 2 hours of watch for everyone. Yeah. For a shift, something like that. So no, that's perfect, man.
So
That's
it's still
perfect.
6 hours, but I can
Yeah.
I can hear and
Yeah.
see.
You have a really good set of cool utility things like that. I love that. All right. So you're going back get back in the tent?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back in and try to get a rest. Yeah.
All right. Perfect. And Brandy and Grumback. Grumback begins to talk to you, Brandy, about perhaps making a fire. Should we make a small fire to keep warm?
Well, if we make a small fire, I would just try and angle it in some way where it's not super seen by other monsters up and down these corridors.
Ah, good thinking. I'll gather some rocks from around the pond. He kind of goes around Brandy, starts to gather a few rocks and stuff here, and then you see kind of him nestle, a couple of the rocks around until you see that there's like a nice little area here with a campfire.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. We do this. Here, I'll just put it on the map. Why not? There you go.
It's perfect.
As you kind of sit here, Brandy, the two of you talking, seemingly having lots of time now to kind of have conversations. Have different conversations about different things, which we'll come back to. We're going to go back into the tent for now, though, and give everybody a second here if you want to do anything before we have our long rest. This is the wrong music for this. There, how's that? There you go. Okay.
Once we're in the tent, there's no stopping us from leaving it at any time, right?
Right, you can come and go as you please. Yeah. Just the 6 of you, though.
But then the only actual rest is if we're actually in the tent?
Yeah, so whenever you want to start your long rest, all you have to do is tell me. And we'll go ahead and each individually or all together as a group or whatever you'd like to do. But you don't have to watch in the tent. which is a kind of a cool benefit about having it, is you don't have to worry about being invaded in the tent. Like nothing can get you in here.
Yeah, so then I'd kind of go over to D1 and run. D1's back in the tent, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Him and Ronan both, and be like, "Hey, reminder that Brandy has the amulet. She's out there by herself with Grumback, who is not going to stop her if she decides to get away. Should we have someone on her tonight?"
Ooh. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Person.
I
did
told
take it
Grumback
from
to
me.
yell if there's a problem. So at the absolute least, you should fucking yell if she starts to lose it. I would hope.
I'm giving D1 the
Yeah.
flattest look.
I mean, if Grumback's good for anything, it should be yelling.
Yeah, and she can already get away with that though. Like it would not take long, especially with her stealth abilities, to get locked away from us in this cave.
True.
That's a good point.
I could wait outside with them. I just want to search this tent for that spell book that I had, and I'm just gonna do a really thorough search around while I'm talking to Aliva and Ronan. I'm gonna be like opening up chests and looking under tables and.
Yeah, you got it, D1. Roll an investigation check for me. I would say do it with advantage. You guys can continue your conversation.
Yeah.
Hold on, has my at this point oh shoot, what's it called? The find item worn off now? I'm assuming it has.
I'm sorry?
A locate object.
Oh. I think it's a 24-hour spell, right?
Yeah, so it's about to wear off, right?
It's soon. Probably like 8 hours? 6 to 8 hours, something like
Could
that.
I go ahead and recast
It's up
him
to
before
10
this long
minutes.
rest?
It's long done.
Oh, is it 10 minutes?
Yeah. So
Shit, my mistake. I thought it was 24 hours. Yeah, it's long gone. Ronan's right.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry about that.
Well,
Okay.
do we just want to ask Brandy to hand it over for the night?
As if she would. I mean, I'd be surprised if she did, considering she took it from me and then failed to tell either of you that she did so.
Well, we should be taking turns. I haven't held it for a while, so it might be good to hold on to it for a little bit. I mean, I thought the idea that we were all playing hot potato with the damn thing.
Sure? Take it from her then.
Yeah. First of all, did I find anything on when I was checking the tent?
Let me get your investigation 22.
23.
So D1 20 oh sorry, 23. Yeah. As you're walking around here, D1, getting a really, really good look at the construction of the tent, just where there could be little hiding places, all of the little chests that are in here, the little nooks and crannies, boxes, crates, sacks. You see lots of stuff around you here. It takes you a while to get a good idea of where, of what everything is and what the purpose of everything in this room is. And even with your great roll, D1, there isn't a single spell book anywhere to be found in this room. As a matter of fact, you don't even see the remnants of what you remember seeing in here before. You don't see. There's no body here. There's no weird smell that you remember oddly before. There's no sign of anything like that in here. This is like a whole different room from what you can tell. You even get up high, D1. You get up on one of the beds here and up high, and you can kind of see it in the picture here. There's 4 little panels above each compartment here. And you even get up there and you kind of fiddle around to see if you can, maybe if there's a contraption that can pull one loose or something, and there's nothing. There's nothing hidden in here, seemingly to you.
Okay. I'm gonna head back out of the tent, back to Brandy and Grummy.
Okay. All right, D1, and let me just do this because it takes a second because I gotta do the thing.
As he walks out, I'm gonna
Yeah.
look at Aliva.
Mm-hmm.
So, earlier when we were sneaking around and you were all, I'm gonna try and do my best impersonation of her panicked look. You good, or
Wait, pardon? What?
earlier when we were sneaking around in my darkness spell, you had a look of panic.
I
So
have
is it just
no idea what you're talking
circumstances,
about.
or- No.
I don't panic, Ronan.
Uh-huh.
You must have mistaken me for something else, like a rock.
Sure.
Hmm.
Take it you're fine then. Tip top.
I'm always fine. Thank you for your consideration, but it is unwarranted.
You know, to be honest, I kind of feel like you're the only capable one in the fucking group. I can trust you when the shit hits the fan.
I
not
also
gonna
feel
say-
that way sometimes.
Yeah, P1's gonna get us killed.
Thank God I'm not the only one who thinks so. I feel like I'm going insane.
Perfect.
This
All
is a
right,
trial.
D1.
I keep telling myself it's a trial. I'm being tested. And one day I will be rewarded for this.
Wait, is that not what it is to be a paladin?
I don't know.
I just make a little mental note of that.
We're all doing fine, everybody. LOL.
Nice. Perfect. All right. D1, as you kind of make your way out of the kind of the membrane here of magic, if you will, and you get that cold breeze kind of touches your skin for a moment of the cave. You see Brandy and Grum back here, engaged in conversation about something. We'll get to Brandy, don't worry. But go ahead and you have the floor. Do you want?
Yeah, I'm gonna come to Brandy and say, sorry to interrupt your guys' do you mind just speaking with me in private for a second?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna sort of walk over to the other side of the tent a bit, just so that Grumback can't really hear us.
Yeah. He kind of like looks
Yeah.
at you and Brandy kind of moving.
As I walk away, I'm gonna
yeah.
be like, "Did that ration fill you up? I got more if you want to try chowing on a second one."
Soak up some of that.
I'll yell
wine.
at the Grumback as we're walking away. I was gonna say, you still have the amulet, right?
What, the amulet? Yeah.
No.
It's been quiet lately.
Yeah, it seems to be. Although there was an instance where you went running into a ocean trying to drown yourself.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we should just continue to pass this back and forth. I could try hanging on to it for a day, and we'll work something out where I could probably pass it back to you at some point.
I mean, it seems like it's doing pretty well on my person. I was kind of thinking that I'm
Well,
definitely the stealthiest of us all.
True.
Maybe you could stay with me.
The only thing I'm thinking is you're out here by yourself, and if something goes wrong, we can't tackle you and save you.
Bitters is out here.
Bitters isn't gonna save you. I mean, if you want, I can hand it back to you in the morning.
Just laughing.
I mean, I'm not really super excited to hang on to the damn thing myself, I'll be honest, but at least I'm inside the tent where, nothing's... If I start to lose my mind, at least I'm in a safe space.
Brandy, can you roll a wisdom check for me, please?
Yeah.
See how you're feeling.
Oh, just in
Oh
time.
God,
Hey,
we're
you know how
starting
you
her to
feel.
run.
Just getting ready.
17. Wow. So, Brandy, you are confident. You're feeling pretty confident about your your possession of the amulet here. So far, everything's been so good. You sense D1's. You sense that he has some concerns, but
Which is valid. We established a plan. You know, we all agreed to the plan. I just thought
You're-
that they
you're
forgot
feeling
about
good.
the plan.
you're feeling good, Brandy, with your 17. You're feeling good.
Yeah, I mean, the plan from the start was hot potato the thing, right?
Yeah, but that's when we were all trying to kind of kill each other a little bit.
True. Now, I know between me and you want to keep it away from Aliva.
I think Aliva, I just don't know if she'll take it and run.
Yeah, you might have a point there.
She would do that willingly. Who would do it on accident?
Well, I'll make you a deal. I can swear to you right now that I will not give it to Aliva.
I get my recommendation would be if I'll pass it to you, but you tell her that you don't have it. I feel like she's got a second sense for it. I feel like she's gonna smell it on you.
True. Although I don't really sleep, so if she tries to take it from me while I'm resting, I'll see her from a mile away.
That would be a fight that I don't want to see.
I mean, it would be ballsy of her to try to steal it from me while I'm staring right at her. It'll be safe, I promise. And I promise, I sort of agree. I'm not sure if we should. She's kind of newer to the party, and yeah, well, we'll definitely keep it away from her for now.
Then I think I can attest to that because I don't know what Grumback would do if I started sprinting for the hills.
I have a feeling Grumback would run the other way from the couple.
He would not have a good time.
Oh, where are you going? Sorry, I'm not there.
You're killing me.
All right, so the deal is maybe just me and you just pass it back and forth. Ronan seems to go a little insane when he holds on to it too. He's got some I don't know, crazy deities that seem to be watching him.
Yeah, Ronan has some very special skills, but keeping things together at all times is not one of them.
Yeah, I feel like the amulet is safest in either my hands or your hands.
Okay, I can agree to this.
All right, we'll pass it back and forth to each other, and we'll work out some story for them.
All right, sounds good. And so currently I have it hidden on my pouch, don't I? No one
Yeah,
knows
you
where
have an
it is.
invisible pouch.
Your invisible pouch.
Yeah, to the
I don't even
DM,
know
does
that I
that
got
pouch
it, really.
is that just pouch is always invisible? So D1 takes
Yeah.
it, it's still invisible.
It's just invisible. Yeah, you
All
can't
right.
even see. So it's on her hip right now, but you
Can't see
can't
'em.
even tell. Yeah, you can't see. Like the fabric around it isn't even.
Well, why don't we
You
just
can't
keep it in the pouch, and that way they can't even tell that we're passing it back and forth. We can just pass an invisible thing back and forth to each other. They'll
Sure,
never,
sure.
yeah.
Guess I'll trust you with this.
Yeah, I think me and you are good.
All right. I would undo the little pouch
Okay.
and hand it over.
Yeah. So you kind of undo the side of the belt there, Brandy, and you see her doing something odd. D1, it's very weird, and then you see her kind of grip onto something. You see like something is in her hand, but you can't see it. You just see her palm, and she just opens her palm out to you.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna grab
Yeah.
it and
It's a pouch. You can feel it. It's some kind of leather with a little bauble there. There's some cord wrapped around it that you unwrap. There's the amulet's inside.
yeah, I'll wear it like a fanny pack.
Okay, you want to tie it back onto your belt?
Yeah.
Okay, which side of your belt?
Center in the middle, like a fanny pack.
Oh, right in the middle?
Yeah.
You got it. Okay, it's right in the middle. You tie it off pretty well to the back. You can feel the straps. They're pretty solid, and you can feel the buckle there. It's amazing to you. It's all invisible. There's not even a sound as you kind of secure it. It's nice and secure.
All right. Yeah. Fuck. I wish there was a way to bring you in. I swear we should have left one of those monkeys out so you could have come in and out of it as you wanted. That was sort of a dumb move. We'll remember that for next time.
Yeah, we don't know how any of this crap works.
Yeah, it didn't really come with proper instructions, did it?
Next time.
All right, well, I'm gonna grab a ration and go here. Give that to Grummy. I don't know if one ration was enough for him.
Yeah, the poor guy's probably starving.
He's a big feller. And like I said, if anything happens, yell. I'll be in alert mode all night.
Well, same to you. Well, I guess you start turning crazy.
If I go crazy, God help us all. All right.
It's true.
So I gotta just sort of like nod at her and head back into
Okay.
the tent.
Yeah, you got it. Sounds good. So he heads back into the tent, Brandy. You see him kind of pass through the membrane here. As you come back out from around the other side of the tent, you see Grumback sitting there. He is currently kind of like looking around on the cave ground, just kind of like nonchalantly, and then he sees you come back in. What's the plan for the morning?
No, that's a good question. I think it's just to try and move on as best we can through this horrible, horrible place.
Yeah, I agree. This place has a bad smell to it.
Yeah, it
Since we
does.
stepped in here, just doesn't. Something isn't right. Do you have enough sustenance here? I have a few pieces of ration. He kind of hands you. There's like 3 pieces of jerky left. They're like not even as big as his hand.
Yeah. No,
Like,
I'd wave him off. I'm like, no, when you're my size, you don't need that much.
of course, it's good that you can find humor still, and when we're beneath the ground like this in a desolate place. Do you think we'll be successful in our mission?
I think we have to be, right?
I think we have to be too. This land has suffered for too long at the hands of this whatever it is.
Of the
It's-
land, yes. That's what you were talking about. We'll do that too.
He's looking at you. You can tell he's very tipsy from drinking the wine, and he kind of. Do you have any more of that fantastic wine?
Yeah, you know what? I'll share some, but I'm gonna try and decrease like how much alcohol content is in there.
How much are you gonna have in it?
So we have it be like a low percentage. It's like a 5%,
Oh,
like
wow,
a White
okay.
Claw level.
Perfect.
That's perfect.
So good. So he accepts it from you and kind of gives you a head nod, and you can see the smile on his face as he begins to kind of put it up to his mouth, and he takes a couple of sips and then quickly removes it. Oh, it's different than I remember. It's still good, but it's different. He starts just taking big old drinks and wipes his, and then hands it back to you.
I would increase the percentage a little bit and have myself a drink.
Perfect. Nice. Brandy, roll a Constitution check. I'm gonna do the same for Grumback at disadvantage because he
That
is
flask is fucking fantastic. I want one.
nice. Oh my god, what is this? An 8. Oh, Brandy, you are feeling pretty damn good, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like almost over the edge of being like, I don't give a shit about anything. But you see
Having a great
Grumback,
night.
you're having an you just feel so good right now. Like given the circumstances and in the situation here, you're hanging out with Grumback, like you guys are having a conversation, but he is absolutely totally sloshed, like to the point where I mean he's not stumbling and he's not,
Yes, but he's
but he's getting there. You can tell he's like, it's a good idea that you reduced the amount of alcohol because it probably would have knocked him out. He's sitting here, he's feeling good. He doesn't seem to be looking around very much though. He's more interested in talking to you and having wine and looking at the fire, and is not really paying attention much to the surroundings at the moment. But you, Brandy, being smart, are paying attention to your surroundings. Roll me a perception check, please.
Oh gosh, what's out here?
21. Wow. Really good, Brandy. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna control your character for a moment.
Sure.
You kind of get up for a moment to kind of, I don't know, maybe have a pee. I don't know. And you walk a little bit away in this direction here, still seeing everything in your view. And Brandy, you relieve yourself, and as you're doing it, you see, right, you just happen to like look around the cave, and the firelight that's kind of reflecting off of the surface of this area high up above is giving you a really good view, a really good glimpse of what is hanging up above there. There is some kind of very large thing. It's clung to the ceiling of the cave. It's right here.
Yeah, okay.
It's clung to the ceiling of the cave. It looks like a very large cloak or something. It's a big piece of leather. It's really crazy. Like you've never seen anything like it before. It doesn't look like a bat to you, but it looks like a big piece of thick leather. And as a matter of fact, you rolled pretty high. A little bit past that, you're pretty sure there's probably maybe another one like right here.
Okay.
They're pretty high up. They're like 50 feet up high on the ceiling. So you just notice it as you walk to relieve yourself, and then you make your way back to the fire and sit next to Grumback. And I'll give you guys a moment here if there's like any information maybe that you might want to try and get, or anything at all from Grumback.
I think Grumback's slightly inebriated, so I don't want to tell him that there's scary monsters down the hallway, but I also don't want him to go down there and wake them up and pee on them on accident or something. So I think I would just tell them, hey, I've got a bad feeling about that southern passage. I wouldn't go down there if I were you. Let's just try and stay by the fire together.
A bad feeling. This wine is pretty good.
Yeah, good enough to sleep.
Yeah, good enough to. He puts a finger in the air and good enough to sleep, indeed. Kind of just starts waving it around. Yeah, a little loud, not a lot, just a little louder, but yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
As you guys continue to kind of go about your business here, we're gonna go in the tent for a moment here and give those guys a second, as I'm sure. Do this and this. All right. I have Ronan, Aliva, and D1, along with some Valora Chew in here. The Valora Chew are curious. They're a couple of them are kind of in the very back of the room there where the table is, as you can see here. And they're just looking at some of the items on the table. They're very curious about a couple of them. Is there anything that you'd like to do while we're sitting here?
I would ask D1 how the talk with Brandy went.
Yeah, it went okay. I've got the amulet stashed away, so I think we're gonna be good.
I just nod.
Yeah, I'll hang on to it for like a day. I'm gonna be paying close attention to any weird feelings I get. I'll let you know if any weird thoughts start popping into my head.
I mean, none of us have alerted any of the others yet when that has happened, but I appreciate
It's a little
the
concerning, I
sentiment.
agree.
I just get lost in thought for a second of, I wonder what does D1 considers concerning?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna elaborate any, but yeah. I mean, I've probably had sea madness once or twice, but a little scurvy.
At some point before we all go to rest, I am going to gesture for one of the Valora Chew to follow me
Okay.
going to pop out of the tent real quick. And
Sure.
Ask Grumbad to ask the Valorachu, do you or either of your friends have a way to contact your tribe from here?
Go with blue. There you go. And you're asking, you're kind of going in the direction of Brandy and Grumback?
Yeah, I'm just stepping outside to have a word with Grumback real quick.
Yeah, sure. That's perfect. Okay. Yeah, you step out of the tent here, Ronan, and you see Brandy and Grumback kind of having a conversation. It seems as though, from what you first perceive as soon as you walk out, that Grumback is acting a little differently than what you imagine. He's very stern, usually, and uptight, but he's very kind of relaxed. He's sprawled out on the ground here, kind of with one arm back, kind of talking to Brandy. He seems to be talking about some kind of situation about stealing something when he was younger. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Brandy's just sitting there laughing at him. Kind of, you could tell she's probably just taking the situation as entertainment, like free entertainment. As you walk out.
Yeah, doing Brandy things.
Yeah. And I'll go ahead and let you ask him your question.
Grunbad, can you ask your little buddy here if he or either of his other little buddy friends can contact the tribe?
The tribe. Those little creatures. Hey, little guy. Come over here a bit and talk with me.
Kind of, Valorachu looks up at you, Ronan, and looks over at Grumback, and it has a confused look on its face, and it kind of starts to hobble over.
How long have you been in the woods around here?
And he starts to have a conversation. Grumback does. Here, let me just do this. Disadvantage. Oh, geez, I can't believe he succeeded.
Oh, of course.
Glances between Brandy and her flask.
There's a little bit of a like small talk or whatever, and then Grumback says,
Is there any way that you all communicate between yourselves? Some kind of old, ancient humbo jumbo.
It kind of looks. The creature looks at him odd. Looks back at Ronan. Kind of looks back at Grumback. Let me just see about this. And that is a fail.
Talking over a long distance.
And then the Valorachu looks at Ronan and starts to laugh. Starts to laugh at Ronan. And then you hear like a weird kind of language, Ronan, that you don't understand. It's like a broken up, odd dialogue. But from what you can tell, Ronan, let me see here. How would I do this? Roll a perception check. Fuck it. We'll do it this way.
Perception, you said?
Yeah, perception. Yeah. What do we get? 16. From what you can tell, Ronan, the creature's dialogue is you can't understand it, but you can understand motions and such. There's some shaking of the head from side to side, Ronan, continuously. But then for a moment, the creature gets down into a pouch to its side and pulls out a couple of like what they seem to be acorns. There's like 4 or 5 of them. And he just looks at you.
Offer me the acorn?
He just shows them to you. He just like has his hand open wide. It's up to you if you want to try and take one or not.
I'll reach for one.
Yeah, he sees you reach for it, and you pick one up, and he kind of takes the rest and puts them back in his pouch to his side and looks at you, and then looks at Grumback, and then just shakes its head shakes his head and starts to return back to the tent.
I don't think this acorn is magical. Kind of
So-
like I could eat it and send a message.
So what do you want to do? It's an acorn. It looks old. That's one odd thing, and I'll even let that carry over with your perception check. It looks quite old, Ronan. I mean, you could eat it if you wanted, but it looks pretty old.
Fuck it, I'm gonna just eat it.
When you plan for A, B, C, and D, and your player does G.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I love it, man. Well,
Acorn's edible?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can make like bread out of them.
you're a nut.
Oh, there you go.
yeah. Okay, you're just gonna put it in your. Explain to me. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to ask this. This is gonna be really weird. How are you going to eat the acorn?
I just toss it up in the air into my mouth, like I'm thinking I have to eat this to be able to cast a message.
I love you, man.
And if
It's a
that
good
is
thought.
nothing like what I need to
It's a
be
good thought.
doing, that's okay.
Oh Jesus! You toss it up in the air and it lands right down onto your tongue. It hits your bottom teeth a bit. It's ouch. You know, like you can feel the percussion that goes down through your jaw. You're like, it's a solid acorn. You bring your teeth down on it, Ronan. Roll a Constitution check for me. This is just silly, so we have to. 14. Shit, we're still here. Let me do this. 14. Your teeth are strong, Ronan. Thankfully, you didn't break any of them, or chip any of them. But this acorn is not. You're not going to be able to chew it. As a matter of fact, like there's a little dent in the side of it, but it's pretty stout. You could spit it back out into your hand.
I just look at it. I'll put it in my pocket.
Yeah, you put it in your pocket. It's yeah.
All right. Well,
Grumback is just laughing. He's just sitting there pointing at you, coughing and laughing. And Brandy, what are you doing in this? It's probably fucking hilarious. This whole thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying watching what they're doing.
That's so funny. Yeah, it's definitely not for eating, from what you can tell, Ronan.
all right. Well, that's all I wanted to do. Grumbad, thank you.
Yeah.
Brandy,
Oh,
don't get him fucking wasted.
So I'll be honest, he cannot handle his liquor.
Kind of looks that way.
Why is my hand so
Prices
much
off.
bigger than your hand?
he just starts going into random stupid things. All right.
Time to tuck you in.
Perfect. All right. Ronan, are you going back into the tent?
Yep.
All right. Is there anything that D1 and Oliva, is there anything you guys are doing while Ronan's not in the tent?
D1 will just be preparing to. They're like, well, we should probably shut down soon here, and quicker we sleep, the less time we have to leave them out there by themselves.
Yeah, I'm probably honestly like, I don't know, meditating or something, and then getting ready to go to bed.
Oh, sure, definitely. And you see Blue walk in, Valorachu, you see him walk in, and he's just shaking his head and kind of chuckling to himself a bit as he kind of climbs into one of the beds there and kind of just curls up, closes his eyes, kind of smiling, laughing.
Yeah, D1's gonna sleep just sort of standing up, facing like the center of the tent.
All right, you got it, D1. So you're standing up straight, and you kind of deactivate yourself, as it were, if there is such a thing, and you kind of go into hibernation mode. Oliva, how are you doing in the moment? You kind of just settling down, like you said, meditating.
Yeah, probably trying to just go over what had happened so far and how it aligns with my goals and what maybe I need to do better for myself.
I love that, Oliva. Aliva, roll a wisdom check for me. Really good. You sit here, Aliva, in the moment, recalling the events of the day, what actions has transpired to get you here, from the moment that you ran into this group and met them in the house of Trebray, looking for him, to the stories that you heard while eavesdropping, strange ones, to finding your way into the service of an absolute criminal like the boss, to try and infiltrate, learn more about his organization and who's a little bit higher at the top here, meddling with things that they shouldn't be meddling with, that you know 100%, probably way more than anybody else in the party knows, the dangers here at foot, as well as different items that different party members possess in your group here, Aliva. You've gotten a little bit of a glimpse. Ronan is very suspicious to you, and he has been from the beginning, and there's some odd energies coming off of him occasionally that you sense. And I'm just going through some stuff from today, Aliva. As well as the fact that the will of Aliva now, all around your finger, as you look at it, has bonded even closer to you, and you're getting little glimpses from what you can tell of a past. Not necessarily your past, but perhaps the past of the previous wielder, or the origin, or something. You're learning little bits here and there, and you begin to kind of drift a bit before you're tethered pretty solidly here to your meditation, but you allow yourself the indulgence, and you drift a bit.
Drift how?
Consciously. Your mind kind of floats above the swamp, Oliva. It's not a real thing. In your mind, you kind of visualize this as moving pictures, but you see the swamp, you see the bayou, and it's in flames. It's in flames. All the buildings are on fire. There's smoke everywhere. People are screaming. And then you come back to, and you in this place here, in the tent, as you look around and you see a couple of your companions already engaged in the art of sleep, we'll call it. Is there anything you'd like to do in the moment here?
Is there anything surrounding this sort of despair vision that I can see, like an indication of what leads to this, or what failure might lead to this?
God, really good question. Really good question. I would say, Aliva, roll one more wisdom check for me. $13. It's so hard to see through the different layers of this, Aliva, but you make out there's a couple of shadows at the tree line as you focus. You can't see faces. It's just more like shapes, and you can't even see a number, like how many there could be. It's just a cluster of shadow, but you see it move away as the town burns.
That is
and you,
spooky.
Yeah, you drift off, Aliva, to sleep, if that's okay. You drift off and begin to dream. All of you, kind of, except for Brandy and Grumback, which we're going to get to in a moment, and you drift off. D1, you fully are in hibernation mode here, and Ronan, what are you doing in this exact moment, Ronan? Are you absolutely long resting? You are sleeping?
When I came back in, I would have sat down and finished patching up my wounds.
Okay.
And I would have taken the parathist out, like when I took
Oh,
my boots
got
off.
it. Yeah.
Just kind of roll
Absolutely.
that around in my hand and
Yeah.
enjoy the comforting feeling that it brings me.
Yeah, you can see, Ronan, the tiny little line inside of it. It's very odd. It's hard to explain. There's like a little crack deep down inside, and there's like little bits of purple kind of energy or something. Kind of, I guess you could best envision it as a crack with a little bit of purple smoke kind of leaking out of each side of it.
It looks more cracked
Odd.
than the last time I seen it.
No, exactly the same.
Okay.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, it's warm. It's warm to the touch like it always is, Ronan. But it's for some reason, as soon as you place your hand on the parathis, the pain that you always feel on your shoulder is kind of subsides, kind of goes away, and you're not sure if it's because you don't notice it or it's because it's, it just is gone. There's definitely an interaction there between your parathis and your shoulder.
I don't know if I tried to do this before, but can I attune to the parathis?
So technically, you've had it for a long time, Ronan. You can sit here and absolutely concentrate with it if you'd like to. We'll let you do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right.
In my head, I'm just thinking I haven't tried to attune to this, so that's what I'm gonna sit for and spend an hour doing,
Perfect. Oh, this
and
is
then
so
I'll go
good.
to sleep.
Yeah, no, I love this actually. I need you to roll me a wisdom check, please.
Oh, fuck.
And if everyone wouldn't mind, I'm going to take a really quick pee break. If everyone wants to do the same.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds
Oh,
good.
that's a 16. We're going to come back to that 16, so we'll be right back, guys.
Sweet.
All right. Perfect. Is everybody here?
I'm here.
Yes. Give everybody a moment to come back.
I'm here too.
Oh, perfect. All right. You there, Ronan?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So, Ronan, you spend some time here with the parathis as you sit kind of crisscross on the bed here in your little area by yourself. kind of take in the moment here of darkness as you kind of like blow out the candles and such around your little area here. You make it pretty dark, and you begin to focus on the different lines of the gem or whatever this is, Ronan. As you look at it, it wasn't cut. It was maybe shattered or broken off of a bigger piece or something, but it's very odd because inside, like I said, you can see there's absolutely something happening. It seems to have been happening since you've gotten possession of this from those band of crooks or whatever they were. You remember being told at the time that there was a gift in there in his pocket for you, and which is why you started the fight to begin with. And you sit here and you feel, Ronan, like this has always belonged to you, which is weird, but you feel like this has always belonged to you. It's been lost for a long time, but it's not complete, Ronan. It's not complete. Is there any questions you have?
When you say like it was broken, like the parathis itself is part of something else?
It seems like the parathis is part of something bigger. Like maybe this is just a shard of a bigger piece. There could be others. In your mind, you're thinking there's probably, if you could find them and connect them, Ronan, that could be everything.
Could be good times for all.
Yeah.
I will just let my mind wander and drift over that, slowly fall asleep.
Perfect. That's fantastic. And actually, as you kind of get comfortable here, and you kind of you come to a realization, Ronan, your shoulder is more soothed in this moment. It's more soothed in the moment here as you feel almost like rewarded in a weird kind of way. As you drift off, Ronan, into sleep, you have the best dreams, Ronan. And during your dreams, you see a cloaked figure standing atop of a cliff, overlooking the ocean, seemingly, the waves crashing below. You can almost smell and feel the salt water hit you. And as you kind of get closer with your view, as the storm and the rain starts to rage around, you see in his hand a glaive, Ronan, a lot like the one you're holding. And we'll drift out into that. Everyone else is long resting here. We're going to go ahead and go to Brandy, Brandy and Grumback outside, who are also engaging in probably hilarity, which we will actually find out in a second here, and then we're gonna let you guys long rest too, because this is just fun. So see if you can learn anything.
Don't hit the long rest button, right?
No, you can. Yep, you can.
Okay.
D1 and Aliva, the three of you can go ahead and hit your long rest button. I'll let you guys know when we're good. And Brandy, we're gonna just give you a minute here to kind of, if there's anything else you want to do before long rest, and just give you that time.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that there's some kind of creatures lurking around, but I think if we would tamp down the fire at least a little bit.
Oh, you got it.
Or, and, try and make sure things are quiet and.
Definitely. This should actually. I'm so sorry about this. This should actually be emitting light. Sorry about that. Damn. That should be better for you, which you probably can already see anyway. All right. Brandy, roll a 1d20 for me, please. Oh my god.
Nice.
She's so good at this. All right.
Crazy.
You should like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't even be saying this, but like you should like play slot machines and stuff for real.
I lose.
I bet your luck is so good.
Not in real life,
All
it's
right.
not.
Really?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
shocked by that. I'm shocked by that. All right. So, Brandy,
Yes.
as you sit here and talk with Grumback, and he is just absolutely wrecked, he begins to reveal information to you. Think little bits and pieces about his story, about things that he has been through and knows, even about Orlin.
Yeah.
Our turtle friend.
Yeah.
And all the everyone in that you remember. You start to learn with your nat 20. You start to learn about the fact that some of the stories that you were told weren't entirely true. That Grumback is actually more of a criminal than a hero, from the side of the story that you're getting right from his own mouth. His nickname is Grumback the Honorable, but it seems as though he's a coward, as he's afraid of everything.
We have started to learn this about him.
Yeah, as well as the fact that he keeps bringing up something about the people that he killed, which you've never heard about before, which you find a little odd. A village, apparently a village, who they weren't even sure that they were the culprits, but they killed them anyway in their sleep at night. They just burned the whole town down, which is why he has a burned face.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, has nothing to do with what he said before. So apparently this guy's a big liar. And he's just, he's spilling the beans
revealing.
right here. Yeah, right
Very
here
good.
for you. As if, maybe he just doesn't realize what he's saying. He's just very, just done. But yeah. So go ahead and I'll just let you use that information whenever you want to.
Yeah.
You're the only one who knows it. So
I'd keep it for now, but
yeah, perfect. I don't even think so you could probably assume that he probably doesn't even realize that he told you, because he
sure.
At about like that moment, Brandy, he just passes out and goes to sleep. So no. What would you like to do? Do you wanna go ahead and have your long rest for the night?
Yeah. Do I have to? I mean, can I? I should.
So if you don't, and this is just a D&D thing,
Yes.
for every night that you don't long rest, you'll gain a point of exhaustion.
Sure.
And the exhaustion kind of is a debuff that, for every point that you have, it gives you another downside. So, Brandy, you only need us like six hours rest. So what we'll do is, if you want to do that, we'll just have you roll a perception check. We'll probably have you roll 3.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me 3 perception checks, and we'll just do that first. $22, 21, and 23. My
What is
God,
going on?
Fuck.
that's really good.
It's
God,
so
that's really
weird.
good. Yeah, Brandy, you absolutely, in the moment here, even though you know that there's a threat to this in the southern cave, you keep periodically kind of going and looking, having a good look down that cavern with your lantern just to see. And
Yes.
they haven't moved. They haven't moved an inch.
They're
Seemingly,
chilling, so that's okay.
yeah, you just go back to your fire and kind of let
You
yourself
curl
drift.
up.
Yeah, that's perfect, actually. Yep, your long rest is a success. All of yours is a success. Everyone can go ahead and we'll end the session here in a moment, but we'll just go ahead and say that everyone got through their long rest. So, Brandy, go ahead and hit your long rest button.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same with Grumback and with the Valora Chew, so that when we come back next session, everybody will be good. Okay. So with that, everyone, we're going to go ahead and end the session, and have everyone, just to remind everybody that we are off next week on the 3rd, but we'll be back on the 10th.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, good job tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, good stuff.
Yeah. All right, guys, I can
All
end the
right.
recording.
Okay.